Bill, thanks for the part. Had to run out to Riverside to get it, but heck, sure to save me a few dollars. New shocks, new coil. And right now I'm in the process of disassemblage. Yeah, disassemblage. Yeah, so here's the old stuff. Old coil, old shocks. I got the spindle off. This is the knuckle, as you knuckleheads know. Got the brakes tied up over there. Here's my parts. Rotor, spindle, axle shaft. So that's what it is. I do have an issue right here. See right here? This is where the tie rod rubs against the shock absorber. And I'm looking at the steering knuckle here, and I would say it's overextending the turning radius, or whatever you call it. See right here, this is the stop. This is just a little bolt back here that hits on there, and that's what limits your stop right there. See? So now if I adjust that out a little, that should take care of the radius arm, I mean not the radius arm, the tie rod rubbing against the new shock absorber. Anyway, here's the old axle I-beam, or axle housing, whatever you want to call it. Here's the replacement right here. So, first thing I wanted to do, what I did right now, was take the bushing out. This is the axle pivot bushing. Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. Okay, that's a little chore if you don't know how to take it apart. This is the original one right here. This is just the sleeve. I guess I think that's what you call it. This is the new one. This is what kind of similar to this one right here, okay? Except the one, this is the OME manufacturers. The old one is flanged on one side like this. See how it's flanged? And the other end is flared. It's flared out, and you can see that right there. It's kind of flared. Then inside that you got the rubber bushing. Okay. So first thing I had to do was get the rubber bushing out. Let's get the rubber bushing and the bolt sleeve that goes in there. So luckily I have a press, and I just popped that out, but I still had the sleeve to get out of there. And I did these years ago, and I couldn't remember how, but because how do you get this out of the hole if it's flared on one side and flanged on the other? See, this one's straight through, but this one's flared and flanged. You got to get it out of the hole. I just get the sawzall, cut it from the inside, cut a slot. Not cut it in half, but you just need to cut a slot in one side, and then stick your screwdriver there and peel it apart so it peels inside. And that's exactly what I did with this right here. I cut a slot on one side and I stuck my screwdriver and just peeled it in, and it comes right out. So now that I got that out of there, I can put the new one in, which is this. I'm using the polyurethane kit, and you get one of these, you get these, one of these, and one of these. Alright, there's the new sleeve in there, okay? Just had to pound it in all the way through. Make sure it's flush, you know, that kind of thing. No way. Then you just got to follow the diagram here. They got the version of this is the 4.3133. So all the part numbers are on the little parts, so it's fairly simple. Alright. Alright, there you go. That's what it looks like when you're done. Okay. It's about 5 pieces there. Why? I don't know. That's the way it comes, huh? And then it gets one more ring. Gets this one here. It goes on the outside like that. But since it doesn't fit tight, it goes on when you reassemble it. So in case you didn't know nothing about this stuff here, as you can see here, this is these are your ball joints here, okay? Upper, lower, and this is a tapered fitting here that fits. This bottom piece is tapered, so when you tighten it up, it wedges in there tight, and so that's usually keeps this stud from turning. It's the same on the bottom. There, see, there's the bottom. On the bottom, yeah. Alright, let's do a little close up here. Why am I changing this out? Well, this is my old one. And you can see, first of all, the axle shaft has been rubbing right here. How am I at? I can't see shit on this freaking display screen. Okay, that was number one. Why is it rubbing there? I don't know. Okay? What I do know is I got this crack forming right here. See that? Right there by the weld. So, shit, that goes all the way through. That's not a whole lot. So anyways, I assume something's bent, something's not straight, but you know, if you look at these things, it's like, how can you tell something's bent? I mean, okay, one thing I forgot to mention is the caster camber bushing is right here, and what I want to do is just transfer it over to this one. I know it's not going to be, I know it's going to have to be readjusted once I put the coils on, because these coils are a little higher, but for right now you need some kind of starting point to get it to the alignment shop. So I'm just going to pop this out. Pop it out. Yeah, pop it out. Come on, pop. That's all it is. See how that? It's an eccentric bushing. Alright, so put it back in this one. Same way it was on the other one, I think. Yeah. Come on, get in there, bitch. Alright, yeah, so that's all, folks. Yeah. The outside half of the axle. This side here, the splines are keyed, so you gotta get it to line up right so it slides in the other side. And the reason for that is you've got 2 U-joints on this shaft, plus that slip yoke or slip joint, whatever you want to call it. And like for this shaft to be balanced, you gotta have these U-joints in phase, you know, just like your rear dry shaft, to eliminate any kind of vibrations or stuff. Well, we'll see. I don't see any keyway or anything on the male end. I do see it on the female end, so I just gotta see how it's gonna fit up. There you have it. It's Sunday sunset here. I'll tighten everything up, put the wheel back on, and call it a day.